Greg, we're going to have to start things off here with some breaking news on the Patriots, and it's bad. It's bad. Jonathan Jones, who was just placed on IR with a shoulder injury, apparently had surgery, and according to Ian Rappaport, NFL Network is done for the year. That kind of sucks.
Really? Yeah, it does. It does, John. I think that, look, Jonathan Jones is a guy who I don't think gets enough appreciation. I don't think people understand how tough playing slot cornerback is, because what makes it different than outside cornerback is that those guys inside have a two-way go. They can go inside or they can go outside, and you have no idea which way they're going to go. At least guys on the sideline, you really only have to defend the inside. The boundary helps you. It's a second defender. And Jonathan Jones, in my opinion, is one of the best slot corners in the league. He also gives you flexibility, a safety, does other things, tackles well, can return kicks if you need. He's really good, John. And for them to lose him at this point, just as Stephon Gilmore is about to become active for the Carolina Panthers and start for them, it's a huge blow. I mean, Look, we thought before the season that at some point this year for the Patriots, and some of us banked on it in terms of our predictions for the Patriots, that at some point this season, the Patriots would have three really good cornerbacks starting for them. Stephon Gilmore, former Defensive Player of the Year. J.C. Jackson, who's a borderline number one, certainly a very good number two boundary corner. And Jonathan Jones, who's one of the best slot corners in the league. Now they're down to one.
Right.
And so this has the potential to be, I don't want to say a season wrecker, because I do think we've seen them go to the Super Bowl with worse in the secondary than they have
with Troy
right
Brown
now,
and Julian Edelman playing in the slot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a different time 10 years later, but this is a very serious injury for this team, and it puts them in a difficult situation.
Yeah, it's the importance of that position nowadays, too, because you have so many supremely talented receivers playing inside now. And again, you just don't have enough set it and forget it positions on this roster. And you're right. Those three cornerbacks, that was supposed to be it. And that's the backbone of your defense. I know I can cover. I know we've got these guys. And now you're J.C. Jackson and who knows what. You're already playing Jalen Mills out of position. You don't know what you're getting out of anybody else. So this is thin. I mean, can they address it? They don't really have space. I mean, I guess you can do a restructure or something, but is this something, if you want to salvage the season, you have to address?
I think they're going to have to. I think they're going to
and not with a spare part depth piece. Like, are you going to go get somebody real?
I don't know if they're going to be able to get somebody real, John, just because, and I sort of, I sort of went through this at one point with this team when there were issues with Gilmore, because I wanted the Patriots to trade for a cornerback before the season and then be all that much better once Gilmore came back. And what I was told at the time by NFL sources is just like nobody has enough cornerbacks.
Right.
And so for the Patriots to give one away and then lose one to injury, I don't know what they're going to be able to find other than, you're looking at sort of like retread alley. And I'm sure there will be names out there that people are like, oh, that's what, I don't know. I think they had the pool guy out a couple weeks ago to work out. Look, Miles Bryant is going to have to be the starting slot corner, which is fine. He's a good player. He'll do a decent job. And then, really you're looking at the other corner, and boy, do you really wish you had better than Juwan Williams right now.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to have to go out and find. All right, who's better than – right now you're looking for degrees. Who's better than Juwan Williams?
Yeah.
And, maybe you go back to some of the people that you're looking at all the loser teams, especially like, the Houston Texans and people like that. The Patriots gave away Keon Crossan a few years ago, who I thought was a really good player.
Yeah.
Maybe they can get that kind of guy back who knows the system and you can plug right in.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it plays out. It's not something you want, heading into obviously next week's game against the Chargers and some of the teams that you're going to be facing here, which are going to really kind of, test you back there.